So this is Steve, and I'm here with Mayor Tom Henry. Appreciate your time today. You recently took a trip as part of the Sister Cities, if I can say it correctly, to Plock, Poland. Plock, Poland. How was the trip?
Actually, the trip there was great. We also went to Krakow and to the concentration camp of Auschwitz, which was very sobering and very educational. Man's inhumanity to man was, again, very sobering. To see that type of evil existed back then and probably exists today is quite sobering. But anyway, our trip to Plock was great. They're always very hospitable. This is my second time there, and it was a great experience. Lots of touring of different buildings, and most of the delegation that was with me, it was their first time, but I got to spend some one-on-one time with the mayor, who I had not met before. The last time I was in Plock was before he started his administration. He's a young, very dynamic individual. He wants to do much more with the city of Fort Wayne, not only educationally, culturally, but in the area of economic development, which is something we really haven't pursued to date. So we're very excited about that. He wants to send a group of people over here, engineers, traffic engineers, city utility engineers, public work engineers, and really sit down and figure out what we can do as far as partnering in that particular area. So we're very excited about that.
Did you get a sense of the economic conditions over there?
Well, we share a lot of the same. Both of our unemployment rates are about the same. Their population is much smaller than ours. They're at about 130,000. And their unemployment is about the same as ours. So from that perspective, we share a lot. Their budget, though, is a little bit more than ours because they don't have the philanthropic base that we have. So he wants to work on that, too. They don't do a lot in the public-private partnering ever, and that's something that he and I want to talk about further. But it was a very, very good few days that we were there. Again, the rest of the delegation did a lot of the cultural work as far as seeing the different buildings. I had already had the chance to see those, so while they were out touring, I was spending time with the mayor and with the staff. So we gained a lot during the trip.
I guess that leads to the question: what do you find valuable about these sorts of trips with our sister cities?
Again, we need to reinforce the value of educational exchanges. We constantly have students going back and forth. There are students, in fact, there's some here right now, staying with the guest families, and we have students going there. That's a pretty constant exchange. Again, we learn a lot when we send delegations over there who had not been there before, from a cultural perspective, to really see what it's like to live in the country of Poland and understand that until 1918 or so, Poland didn't exist. It was part of 3 different countries: Germany, Austria, and Russia. They fought for their independence back in around 1918 or so, and they won it. Now, Russia and Germany still from time to time make their presence known in the region, but Poland is a freestanding country. They have a democratic form of government. They have, I think, a population of about 43 million, if I remember correctly. But they're no bigger than a number of our states. So it's they're still struggling. They know that. They're fighting to be more modern. In fact, while we were there, they had a major highway construction system going on. So it's very, very exciting to see essentially a rather new country growing and trying to become more modern. And that's where this cultural and educational and economic exchange really is valuable to both of us.
Okay, great. Anything else you'd like to add?
Well, again, it was a great experience, not only for myself to go back after almost 10 years, but for the majority of the delegation to experience it for the first time. And I think everyone left there with a great sense of appreciation, not only for what Poland had to offer, but for our own country.
Mr. Mayor, we thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.